Welcome to Haunted Homebodies, where Halloween isn't just a day, it's a lifestyle. I'm Ashley.
And I'm Sarah, and we're your guides through the delightfully dark corners of comfort horror.
Grab your Converse and your card game.
It's time to survive until dawn.
Woo!
Listeners,
I'm ready.
That was not
Ready
our
or
strongest
not?
one because I didn't come up with one today, and Ashley's usually so good at it. It's all my fault, but we brought you something. We brought you an intro.
No, it's fine. I don't think they're anything spectacular. You're overselling my intro. That did the trick. We're here. We're here. We're ready or not. I keep saying we're ready, and then we're ready or not.
It's
I'm
true.
okay.
That is what
We're
the
not ready.
movie is called.
We're not
What's
ready.
really funny about this is I do feel like really passionately about this movie. Like I love this movie. It's
Me
so
too.
good. And yet maybe I'm tired. I don't know what it is.
So tired. Like I feel like my face is numb right now. Because we've been recording. I feel like we've been grinding this week. We've been trying to get back into things after a little mini hiatus, and we just can't. We just can't.
It's hard enough. Yeah.
We no longer have the capacity to grind. Yeah. I'm like, are my eyes open? I don't know. We're going to try our best. But hopefully, because I think if we were talking about a movie that we didn't really like, this episode would probably be a disaster. But I think we're going to rally.
I think it's gonna be great. So I think we're very clear on what we're talking about. We're talking about Ready or Not. Would you like to read our opening facts about Ready or Not, Ashley?
Sure, I'll go for it. Okay, so Ready or Not was released on August 21st, 2019. It's rated 6.9 out of 10 on IMDb, and on Rotten Tomatoes, we have a 78% audience score and 89% for critics. Hey, critics, I see you.
I know,
okay.
Critics really liked this one.
Also, what's up with the audience, though? Come on, 78, that's too
audience.
low.
It's not enough.
I don't like agreeing with the critics.
Because we still got a sequel out of it, which is what is inspiring this episode and next week's episode, where Ashley and I have gone to the movies to see it, which is one of my favorite things we do on this podcast.
I love it. It was like hours ago.
Yeah, you just got back. I've got 24 hours of distance from it,
which is not even that much. Yeah, it's fresh.
Yeah,
just exciting.
It's not what we're talking about. We're talking about that next week, also half an hour from now. But next week,
we're so good at compartmentalizing and not jumping around.
Oh yeah, this will be a struggle. Everybody stick with us. We got this. Okay. So like I said, I just adore Ready or Not. I think one of my favorite parts of it, or maybe like why I love it so much, the cast is so good.
It's really good. It's strong.
Amazing. Inspired by that, do you have a favorite member of the Ladonis family? Is that what their name is? Ladonis. The evil family.
That sounds right and also wrong.
I know.
I don't know what it is. It's like something.
I'm missing a syllable.
Something's not right. Hold on. We gotta pause. We gotta pause the tapes.
I'm looking it up. Nope, of course it doesn't. IMDb doesn't have their last names. Why would it?
Maybe in Ready or Not it does. Or Ready or Not 2. It would.
Okay.
I feel like they just were saying it a bunch, which
Les
is the only reason.
Les
Domas.
I don't know what I said.
You said Ladonis. Like Adonis, but a Ladonis. You were very, very close. I remember that there was an M in there, but I couldn't remember where. Okay, well, I'm not going to remember that anyway. I do actually have a favorite because I thought he was the funniest, and what's his name? Fitch, I think.
Fitch is excellent.
He was carrying around the crossbow, and at one point he goes into the bathroom and is like watching a YouTube video on like getting to know your crossbow. He was so funny. Yeah, he was my comic relief, so he was my favorite. But I thought that a lot of the characters had like just enough differentiation that like as a collective, it was a really good group as well.
Yes. And what was so interesting is they each reacted to the situation in a very different way, I
Yes.
thought. Like, we had everyone from, like, crazy Aunt Helene, who
Helene! Okay, I kinda
she
love, though.
is oh, yeah, yeah, she's, like, so into it.
She's a
She's
good
so
villain.
excited that this is what happened.
So thrilled. Her
Yes.
during the wedding was killing me. So
I
funny. Like,
know.
just her serving face with the severe eyebrows was like a chef's kiss. So good.
Yes, yes, amazing. She was so intense, start to finish, like, so ready. She was so interesting because her backstory is that she, like, was devastated when this happened to her husband, right?
Yeah. Yes. I realized watching this movie so, like, also, this isn't your first watch, right? You've seen this before.
I have actually seen this one before,
Okay.
yes.
Okay, yeah, because you had this was a rewatch for you, and you'd already liked this movie, so that's fun. That's fun
Yes,
and
I
different.
know, it's new.
But I had seen it too, and I loved it, but I don't think I maybe have rewatched it, like, this might be my third watch, but I hadn't watched it in a long time, and I had, like, completely forgotten it. Like, I remember the gist of it, but there were so many details that I did not remember. So, for a while, I was like, "Oh my gosh, Helena's so evil." Like, something that I really enjoyed about this movie is that it had really good writing in that, like, I'd had a lot of questions that I'd write in our notes, and then they would be answered. Like, that's the sign of good writing, right?
Yes,
Is you have these
mhm.
little mysteries, and then, like, 3 scenes later, you're like, "Oh, okay, that's why." Where I'm like, "What's up with the goats?" And I'm like, "Oh, that's what's up with the goats."
Yeah,
That
it was,
kinda
like,
thing.
very tightly written.
It was, and
Mhm.
that was kind of like with Helene where you're like, "What is up with this woman?" Like, why is she, like, so deranged? And she's, like seems like that, like, wacky single aunt, but then you learn that, like, her whole backstory is that the one person she loved had to die for the family, but she came around and understood, and it, like, basically was
Mhm.
radicalized by her devil family.
Yeah. It's so interesting because I do feel like in these little ways, every single one of the characters, they don't necessarily need a backstory, but they are like a fully fleshed out character, which is kind of amazing for the number of people in the cast.
Yeah, I agree, and some of them were, like, not that likable, some of them were, like, likably evil, like Helene, some of them were even, like, I think the ones that were just kinda boring, it was okay because they still, like, balanced out the more interesting characters. I'm thinking basically of, like, the mom and the dad, like, the dad was just like, "Okay, like, you're just,
Yeah, the dad was just
classic
okay.
patriarch." The mom was like, "Oh, you're sweet and you feel kind of whatever." I don't know, she was fine.
Okay, I have to disagree with you a little bit there. I just thought Andy McDowell was so fantastic in
I
this
thought she was
role.
really good, but, like, I don't think her character was, like,
Okay, I
that
could see it. Yeah.
entertaining? Like, she wasn't, like,
Mhm.
funny. Like, this is such a funny movie. I think that's part of why
Yeah.
I love it too. She was not funny, but she was, like, excellent. I thought that she played the, emotional, like, range really well. Like, you could tell that
Mhm.
she was like, we don't feel bad for her. We don't feel bad for any of them, which
No.
is
I feel like a little bad for Adam Brody at the end, but
a little.
I
Yeah,
do.
yeah. He was the only one, though.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Um, but also that it was, like, because we caught him at that moment and also because his brother was, like, a complete weenie start to finish.
Ugh, weenie is such a good word for
Right?
him.
Like, from the opening scene where they're together, I'm just like, "How
Mhm.
did he get her?" Like, he was
I'm
not it.
so glad and, like, I will find it literally impossible to talk about this movie without talking about the ending all the time, so, like, I mean, you guys are used to that by now, but, like, I'm so glad they didn't give us a redemption arc for
Yes. Quite the
Alex.
opposite.
Very much the opposite.
Yeah.
She's totally surprised by this, and she's really pissed that he didn't tell her it was happening, and then
Yeah,
we, like,
fair.
watch him be upset about it and try to save her and everything, and that would have been terrible if
Yeah.
that would have been a terrible end to the story if he got to, like, leave on top, like, morally on top like that.
Also, like, you save her and then what? Like, you're gonna explode or, like, you're just hoping that it's not true? Yeah, the whole like, everything about him and his decision making was just, like, so pathetic
It
because, like I
was.
said, there were a lot of questions that then were answered, but the question of, like, "Well, why did you get married?" Like, you could just be, like, "Partners for life," and he's like, "Because you would have
Mhm.
left me." Oh, poor
Weenie.
you. Such a weenie. Oh, I couldn't
Yes.
stand him. He was so dislikable, which was excellent, but let's circle back to Adam Brody's character, because you go into this thinking like, oh, he's going to be kind of like the jerk brother, like he's going to
Mhm.
be kind of into the whole killing. He looks like more devastated, like even leading up to the game, than the brother who just married her and is just kind of
Yep.
like hoping for the best. Like he was like
Uh-huh.
clearly in love with her. That was pretty obvious, but he looked so sad. It was
Well, I think he also has, like, always struggled with this in a way the rest of his family hasn't, and
yeah,
my theory is that he married someone he obviously hates because
just in
then he
case.
didn't have to care. He didn't have to
Yeah,
care what
yeah.
happened.
Yeah, that's true, and actually, I liked her character too. I thought she played the part perfectly.
She did. You are
She was
gonna have
very
to give
believable.
me a moment to I wrote this too in the notes, to go through where I know so many of these cast members
Okay,
from, because there are I mean, obviously, we all know Adam Brody. We all have known Andy McDowell for years. But there are 3 characters from Canadian television shows in this that I
okay.
was absolutely obsessed with. So Charity, the actress's name is Elise Levesque, and she was on a show called Orphan Black. Have you ever heard
Mm,
of Orphan Black?
I think so, but, like, that's where it starts and ends.
So good. It's so good.
Okay. It's a good name.
It's about clones. It's like about this
Oh,
one woman who discovers she's a clone, and then this amazing actress, her name is Tatiana Maslany, plays all of these different clones throughout the series. And
whoa.
sometimes they're like tricking people, and so she's playing one clone pretending to be another clone. It is like one of the best performances I've ever seen on television.
Oh, man.
Absolutely fantastic. And the guy who plays Fitch, Christian Braun, is also in that show.
Oh my gosh, okay.
Yes, he plays the husband of one of the clones, and he is the comedic relief of that show. He's fantastic in it. He's absolutely
Oh,
hysterical.
yeah, I'm intrigued by this. I might have to check it
Yes.
out.
Okay, and then my third Canadian to talk about here, is, her character's name is Emily, apparently. It's the sister of the Les Domas family.
Who?
So Fitch's wife.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
Fitch's
yeah.
wife, who I also thought was just hysterical, how she was,
Yeah.
like, so incompetent and, like, pouty the whole time, like,
Oh my
I
god, she was such a
yeah.
good flavor of rich kid. Yeah, she was
Yes.
pretty funny. They were like,
Yes.
and I was like, "You 2 are married? Like, what what was that
How?
arrangement?" I
How?
know. I know. They seemed like brother and sister, her and
They kind of
old
did.
Fitch.
You
It's
know,
gotta be
rich people are
complicated
weird.
choosing a spouse when you're like, "Devil cult?" Question mark. Like,
For sure, like, you
you
have to
might
bring in
die.
someone who's gonna be okay with that.
And also that, and yeah, if you don't
Yeah.
die, then you have to be okay with joining the cult apparently, because that's the
Yes.
next phase if
So I
you
feel like you can
survive
never,
the
like,
night.
really love who you bring in. I
Yeah,
mean, they're terrible people.
it's a very
Yes.
complicated storyline,
See, but
but
it's
also
interesting because of
I
that. Well, I'm gonna
know,
come
I
back to
know.
that. Just to close this out, her name is Melanie
Okay.
Scrofano, and she was the lead actress in a show called Winona Earp, which is about a descendant of Wyatt Earp, but it's like weird and paranormal, and there's like ghosts,
Okay.
and it's also an excellent show. And another guy from that is in Ready or Not too. So anyway, they
There's
love
gotta
their
be some
Canadians and
there's gotta be some sort of
Subies.
connection here.
Yes,
This feels
yes.
like too random. So wait, who was your favorite then?
My favorite, I think I actually really like the sister. I really like Emily. I think she's just, like, hysterical how incompetent she is and, like, not worried about it. Like, she literally shoots a maid in the face, and she, like,
Yeah.
screams about it for a second, and then she's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked also when she, was trying to shoot Grace, is the Samara
Yeah.
Weaving's character, Grace, and she misses her, like, very, very close range, like, on several shots, and
Yeah.
the dad is like, "Shoot for the center of mass," and she's just like, "I don't know what I'm doing." So, like, it's so dark, like, the dark comedy in
Yeah.
this is so good.
It's
The
just,
poor
like,
maids.
really well done. Like, they are able to hit this tone of, like, really quite funny without being
Yeah.
super goofy somehow.
Right. Yes, it is a perfect, like, horror comedy, I think, in terms of the tone for me.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
perfect. I would describe it as perfect. I'm holding my comments about Ready or Not 2 to myself. It's really hard.
I know.
We're gonna
They
get
are bubbling
there.
up.
They're bubbling up. Okay, we're
I'm
gonna
like,
get through number one. We're gonna get through number one.
we can do this. We can do this. I know we're both like,
Okay.
unlike something else that may have happened
There we
earlier
go.
this
There we
weekend.
go. It's coming out.
Okay, it's
It's
coming out.
coming out.
Oh, okay. Wait, funny? Is this supposed to be funny? Okay. Anyway.
We try, okay, when we go see these movies in theaters, actually, I mean, in general, the movies that we're talking about, we try not to discuss them with each other before we get to recording
Right.
because we want it to happen live, but it's really
Genuine, yeah.
hard sometimes.
It is. This is what we do when we talk to each other anyway.
Yeah.
So you're getting the real deal. But yeah, we gotta try to stay on task. So
Stuff it
what
back
else
in,
do we have
stuff
to
it
say
back
about this
in.
movie?
Do you think this? I'm not a good interviewer on a podcast because I'll ask a lot of one no or yes or no questions. But do you think this is the most iconic outfit that a Scream Queen has ever worn in a horror movie?
Oh, okay. I feel like if I just had to just pick an answer, it would be yes. But I would also like to do like a fashion show. I want them to like walk the runway in front of me, and then I get to decide. But even just the poster, I feel like where it had her with like when she had like the I don't even know shotgun shells or whatever as the belt, yeah, which ended up not even being part of the movie because they were apparently decorative, according to like the butler who we did not mention, who is. Where did they find this man? Like on Craigslist? Like where did this butler come from?
Why is he so devoted?
He's so devoted. I thought it was super funny when he's like, "I'm gonna go get her in the car," and then he's like, "And then I'll fix the fence tomorrow." Where did you find this man?
That made me really sad for him. I was like, "Oh, buddy, where's your self-value? Where's your self-worth?"
Also, the scene. Oh God, this movie is just so funny. When he gets her, and then he's driving back, and they all have him on video chat, and he's like singing to the music, and they all see her wake up behind him, and they're like, "Look how they're screaming at him," but he's like vibing too hard. It's so funny. It's so good.
That is an amazing one. See, like, how did that not feel too goofy to me? It's just so perfectly done.
I know. I think also because the performances are like extremely polished and like very tight. I think like everyone in this movie is like I can't think of one performance where I'm like, eh. Like everyone nailed it.
Yes, 100%. Everyone, like from the actors we knew to anybody else, like spot on, perfect.
Yeah, totally. Totally.
Okay, the outfit. So you're saying yes for now. Yes
yeah,
for
I think that's my final answer.
I mean, it's just so good when she
it's so
and like
good.
listen, it's such an obvious scene when like Alex hands her Converse and then like a few minutes later she rips off the bottom of her dress. You're like, I see what they're doing, but also I'm fine with it because like the end product of that is just I was like kind of feel like I had the vibe of the skirt for my wedding, and B was like, oh, I should have worn that top because look at this.
You were so close.
Worn that top and Converse.
Totally. Yeah, you're very, very close, but you still look great. So
thank you. I wasn't trying to run away from murderers, thankfully. So.
Nope, not even for 1 minute.
Yeah. Okay, we've been mostly talking about villains so far, but one of the absolute best parts of this movie, obviously, is Samara Weaving.
Yeah.
She's phenomenal. She's phenomenal in everything I've ever seen her in. So I just wanted to take a moment to discuss what you think makes her like such an amazing Scream Queen.
Ooh, that's a good one. And an amazing final girl because that's the only reason we have a sequel. She defeated this family against insurmountable odds, you might say.
It's true.
I think that something else that worked really well with the writing was that they gave her a backstory, but they didn't dwell on it. Like one of the questions I had at the beginning was like, why is she alone on her wedding day? Like there is not one other single soul, which I still find hard to believe, even as a orphan, which was her backstory, right? She like, you don't have like a close friend or like anyone, like she was literally alone.
Weird,
which there could be more to it, but I think that like she has this backstory, but you can kind of like fill in the gaps. Like you could just tell that she has this like toughness, the survival instinct. Like you kind of get all those things with just that one like piece of backstory. But I feel like it wasn't oversold. Like she I don't know, like, she wasn't trying to, like, make us feel bad for her, or, like, she wasn't having these, like, "Why is this happening to me?" She just was like, "This is messed up. I'm really terrified," and then she just, like, fights for her life the whole way and just kind of, like, does what needs to
Yes.
be done. I feel like it's so relatable in that way of a, like, you just get to choose, right? You're gonna, like, roll over or you're gonna fight, and she fights the whole way, so you're just rooting for her so hard, and you're rooting against these buttheads so hard the whole time.
The butt heads,
The
indeed.
buttheads. Yeah, what do you think? What do you like about her character?
I think she also does a really great job of truly letting you feel her fear.
Mm,
Her, like, expressiveness in those moments, like, while she's being tough, like, I can just think of a lot of, like, final girls where, like, tough is mostly it, but
yeah,
Samara Weaving is, like, absolutely terrified in parts of this,
yes.
and you can, like, really see it and feel it while she's doing it, and that then compared with, like, it's not just the toughness, but it's, like, the attitude she kind of has towards it,
Yeah.
and, like, the fact that she's, like, literally laughs at part of it, like, especially when you get to the end, I think all of that is I think she's, like, got all of it, all
She's
the
got
traits.
range, like a
Yes.
real person. Yeah, she
Mhm,
definitely,
mhm.
acts the shit out of this role with the fear. You're
Yes.
so right. I also enjoy, after she's kind of having to, like, become a self-defense murderer, like, what do you call that? A killer. She's killed people now, right? Several people,
Yeah.
and she lets out these, like, blood-curdling, frustrated, like,
Yes.
almost the, like, "Look at what you made me do" kind of scream when it's, like,
Mhm.
like an evil guy who's just like, "Oh, I hate you, look what you made me do," but it's, like, her being like, "No, look like you literally made me do this because, like, this
Yes.
was this or die, like, this isn't, like, what I wanted to do at all."
Mhm,
So
mhm.
yeah, she does have, like, a great range.
Yeah, I love her. I love that she continues to make horror movies, also that she's not just,
Yes.
like, constantly trying to break out of that. I've seen her in one thing that wasn't a horror movie. It was one of those, like, based on a novel TV shows about, like, kinda like a mystery with a bunch of rich people. I don't really remember. It was called Nine Perfect Strangers. Otherwise, I've
Oh,
only seen
yeah.
her in horror, and she's so good, and she's gonna be in that one with, Jason Segel coming up soon. I can't think of the name of it. But it
He's
looks
in a horror
great.
movie?
Yeah, it's directed by one of the guys from Lonely Island.
What?
Okay, now I'm gonna look
What's
it
going on?
up. I'm gonna look it up. It is called Over Your Dead Body, where it's like a married couple that like go away for the weekend, and each of them has the intention of killing the other one.
Oh,
It
that's
sounds
interesting.
great. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
Well, she's also great because that sounds like it would be a horror comedy, especially given the cast, and she is
Yes.
really good at that comedic
Yes.
delivery too, where she's not necessarily saying jokes, but her delivery is, like, so sarcastic and funny. That's probably also why we like her. She's just, like, very snarky.
She is. She's very good at that. Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. Okay, finally. Finally. I've already talked about pieces of the ending several times, but I want to like actually talk about the ending because I think what they do is so interesting here. So like at first they give you kind of the fake out where we all think like, "Oh, so it wasn't real. They were trying to
Yeah.
kill her and then nothing happened to them. So now they're all gonna, like, have to deal with that, but then Fitch is like, "Well, what are we gonna do with her?" What were you thinking in that moment, Ashley? The
I
first
don't
time you saw it, I
remember.
guess.
Yeah, I have no idea what I was thinking. Yeah, I don't I think I was just, like, along for the ride, just, like, waiting to see. But because I feel like it would be a terrible kind of ending if that I mean, that's kind of funny, but then it also is like, you're not gonna wrap this up in 5 minutes. Like, she'd either just have to, like, get the I don't know, the police bust in, and then you're just like, "Okay," or, something like that. It would have been really silly.
Somehow I actually think it would be a darker ending.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
at least if the pact is real, you can, like, appreciate where the villains are coming from in some sense.
Yes. I really didn't I guess now that I'm thinking back on it and putting the pieces together, I thought it was real because of many things that the dad said throughout of other family members dying
Mhm.
and, like, alluding to the fact that, like, they had exploded, you know, like you don't even want to know what happened to them. Like I feel like he and his fear, that was like the like he was going nuts. Like he in the way that he really believed he was going to die, and I felt like it wasn't because he was like an idiot or like brainwashed. I was like, no, this man
Yes.
really thinks he's gonna die. I was
Yeah.
not, however, expecting them to explode.
Which
That was a surprise.
but and an amazing surprise.
Oh yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
why that felt so right.
It did. And it was like horrifying and disgusting, but like also somehow like kind of funny.
Yes. I mean,
Like, how?
obviously, like fully exploding humans,
Yeah.
and poor
Yeah.
Samara Weaving is just there, like getting drenched in blood and
Y-
guts.
Yeah. Yeah, it's such a bizarre movie. It's so it really went places, but like you said, somehow kept it like even keeled enough to not go fully over into silly land.
Yeah, and
How did it do
it's
that? I
really
don't know.
original. Like,
Yes.
there's not that many movies that can go this weird that are totally original these days to, like, get on my high horse a little bit. Like, people are
Yeah.
very afraid of doing something so original or, like, I think they pushed some boundaries. Like, they killed children in this movie, and they did
Yes.
make one of the children evil before that, and that was, for the best. They're showing that, like, this is just gonna be generational, but
Yeah.
they didn't have to put kids in that movie at all, and they did, and then they exploded them.
Yeah, I'm always like anti that kind of across the board. Um, but it's true. And I think that they for all of the villains, kind of like you're almost like, "Ooh, do I feel bad for them?" And then they present this like awfulness or, you know, they turn on someone or say something bad or do something bad. So it's like anytime you start to be like, "Ooh, should I feel bad for them?" You're like, "No, no, they're bad. Get them. Get them. Get
Yeah,
them." Yeah.
they're straight up bad. Like, should we
Yeah.
feel bad for the sister? She's so incompetent? No. No, she's real
No.
evil.
Yeah, she's mean. She's a
Yeah.
bad seed.
And
They're all
Adam
bad.
Brody gets a redemption arc, but it's, like, only fitting that he does also die, and I don't think he would have wanted to have survived it.
No, and also that was important for the story too because they made it seem like that was basically what turned Alex, right? He assumed, I think, that Grace killed Alex, and she did nothing to dissuade him from thinking that either. And that's when he was already like the chips were already falling. I mean, all
Well,
he
yeah,
needed was like
someone
a little
mentioned he was gonna be
teensy push.
head of the
And
household,
his
and
eyes perked up and he's
then
like,
yes.
"Ooh." Yeah, yeah. Well, and
Yeah.
then she did, like, brutally murder his mother. That would be a tough one for anyone, I think uh,
She smashed
even a
her face in.
yeah, that one was tough.
Yeah, yeah.
With that being said, what I like to always ask during our movie recaps is, like, what did you find cozy about this movie? Did you
Yes!
find
Oh
it
my
cozy? So we
gosh.
always find the humor cozy.
Yes.
It just gives me the warm fuzzies when I'm laughing during a dark, dark film. Um, what did you find cozy about it?
That is a great question.
I actually thought the mansion was very cozy.
The
I'm not usually
mansion
into
was it was like a nice closed, like enclosed story
yes.
in that it
Yes.
took place in that mansion.
I like
Mhm.
that it was old-timey, it wasn't like a
Yes.
McMansion, you felt the history, like,
Mhm.
even just, like, the dumbwaiter, like, there were just, like, those little touches, the
Mhm.
old-timey weapons that they were using, they turned off the security camera, like, I like the whole, like, "It's gotta be
Yeah.
tradition" thing, um,
Mhm.
I found that to be pretty cozy. I mean, some of the characters were cozy, maybe? Like, wait,
One. It's a tough one.
was anyone cozy?
I don't
I w
know.
Maybe not. I mean, because all of the villains, like, I guess not. No, I guess there wasn't really, like, a comfort character per se.
Yeah. It's interesting because I don't know that I find this movie cozy outside of the fact that I really enjoy this movie.
Yeah.
Like, that is it is a really satisfying conclusion to the movie, which is
Yeah.
kind of cozy in its own way.
This could be like maybe a comfort horror more than a cozy horror,
I
right?
think
It's like
yeah.
extremely satisfying. Like you
Mhm.
get what you want out of the ending.
Yep.
It's a really great story arc. Like I think before knowing that there was going to be a sequel, this wasn't one where I was like, oh, I hope they make a sequel. Like it felt like such a
It's a
closed
great
story.
ending.
Yes,
Mhm.
great final final line of when the police ask her like what happened, and she's just like in-laws. That was really funny. Um
Yes.
yes, a great comfort watch because it's just like yucky horror fun, but also just like super funny.
It is. It's super
Super funny
funny.
time.
Literally everyone gets what's coming to them in the end. We have not actually talked about this yet, but this is our first movie in the Good for Her
Yeah,
series that we're doing.
indeed.
And like that is really, yes, good
Indeed.
for her. You go, Grace.
Absolutely. Okay, well then my final question will be, we don't know that it's cozy. We do think that it is a good comfort watch potential. Did you find it scary? Like is this like a horror movie to you?
I think the first time I watched it, I found parts of it to be
Yeah.
scary.
I think the beginning when she is like so scared and
Yeah.
trying to hide, and yeah, there's some of the like evasion type scenes, but
Yes.
yeah, it's kind of like more gross than scary.
Right,
It's pretty
it's a
gross.
little gory. I forgot how
Yeah.
gory it is, like, when
Yeah.
oh god, the nail through the hand, that one
Oh my
gets me worse than
gosh.
anything, I
That
think.
one is brutal. Don't get me started on the
Yeah.
hand. We'll talk about that in the next episode because I
Yes.
just was shot through my hand, but it's fully functional the next day. The
Fully
miracle of a
pulse.
very small bandage.
Well, you guys know what next week's episode is gonna be like. I think we've made it fairly clear by
Yeah.
now.
We're like, we're not gonna tell each other our reactions at all.
Couldn't hold it in. Couldn't hold it in. Oh, I completely forgot to mention this earlier in the episode, but I do feel like this is worth mentioning that this movie has one of the same writers as Scream 5, 6, 7, and Final Destination Bloodlines.
Yes.
And that feels right to me.
Guy
Busick.
Busick.
Yeah.
Also, so the director is the same director as Five Cream and Scream
Oh my
6,
god.
Radio Silence. Yeah. Yeah, they're
Oh.
up our alley,
Do you
you
think
know?
he's Canadian? Would that
Maybe.
explain hold
Well, the direct
on.
Radio Silence is 2 guys, and I don't know if they're Canadian or not.
Okay, okay. I feel like that feels like it nope, one of them's from Oakland, and one of them is from Arizona. They're not Canadian, but there's just good
They love
Canadians in these
Canada.
movies.
Yeah, there is good Canadian representation. It's good stuff.
Any final thoughts?
No, I just love it. It's a great movie, and it's maybe not cozy or horror, but it fits the vibe.
It's a great movie with a perfect ending, and nothing ever happened again after the end of it. So,
The end.
the
We'll
end.
see you next week
See
for
you
Ready or
next
Not,
week.
Part 2.
Here I come. Here we come.
Okay, see you there.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Haunted Homebodies. Make sure you like and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts.
And remember, when in doubt, just stay home.